Come on, Jackie. Come on, Jack, come on.
You'd think with how excited my friend is that I'm about to run a PB, but little did I know, I'm just about to vomit and derail what I thought was going to be the perfect marathon. My name's Jack, and my goal is to get as fast as I can over the marathon. Osaka was meant to be the day that I took a big leap forward and got closer to my goals.
Relax. You got a downhill now. You good?
Okay, keep going. Yeah.
What do you need? You need water? No? Gel? There it is. Get it all out. Get some fluids in you, Jack. Get lots of fluids in you. It's fine, you've got so much time. So much time, you're fucking killing it.
Now, the encouragement was fantastic, but vomiting at 20 kilometers means that I'm in for a tough day, and I went on to run 2:46 in Osaka, which isn't a bad time, but I was hoping to run 2:35, so I did miss it by quite a margin. In this moment, I'm scared, annoyed, and honestly just frustrated because I put a lot of work into this training block. I got very fit, and I really thought that I was going to run a big PB this day. So as you do after you run a not so good marathon, you put all your focus into a half marathon, and that's what I've done. The last 2 months, my sole focus has been getting as fit and as fast as possible to run a fast half marathon at Ballarat on April 26th. Training for this went pretty well. I executed almost every week. I had 1 week where I was sick, and in between that, I've spent a lot of time training 5K, mile, and 3K speed. And the reason we've been doing this is to try and raise that top end ceiling that I don't touch on when I'm training for the marathon, which then hopefully will help me improve over the half and then the full marathon. This is also the first time in about 4 years that I've been back to Australia and been able to have the opportunity to race a half marathon in optimal weather. Normally racing a half marathon in Indonesia, it's 30 degrees and 90% humidity. So the opportunity to run in Ballarat at 14 degrees is really exciting. But that's enough out of me. Let me show you what my race week looks like leading into Ballarat Half Marathon, my almost A race before Gold Coast Marathon later in the year. It's the race week for Ballarat Half. Now, some people would taper really aggressively. We're not doing that for this race. There's going to be a bit of a taper, but we're still hitting some quality work today, being Monday, which is 6 days out from the race. Just done my warm-up. Then I'm going to move into 1600 meters at 10k effort, 2-minute rest, 10 times 400 meters at mile effort with a 90 seconds rest, and then 800 meters at 10k effort again. No, at 3k effort. So still some high quality speed. Going to be hitting the 10 by 400s, hopefully under 3-minute pace, which has just been what the focus has been for the last 4 weeks or so, is trying to just work on the top end speed a little bit and hit paces that I wouldn't normally hit in, let's say, a marathon build. I feel like training has been pretty good for this race. This will be the first time that I actually join a half marathon in the cold and healthy. Normally when I get to join a half marathon, it's in Indonesia, it's very hot, humid, and quite often there's a lot of hills. So for me, it's really exciting that I've actually been able to focus the last 6-7 weeks on Ballarat Half and put my attention and focus onto that so that I can run a fast half time. I've run halves in Australia a couple of times before, but they've always been a few weeks after I'd run a 24-hour event. So running 24 hours and then trying to do a fast half marathon, not ideal. So having Osaka Marathon, a week off, and then I've had 6 out of 7 pretty solid weeks since then. Lots of elevation, lots of high-end speed work, some really good threshold work at half marathon intensity. So we're gonna get through today and then recover and then jump on a plane tonight. Raining on the track is always interesting because you definitely can't run as fast as if you were on a proper track in another part of the world. But the dirt, we love it. We train on it every week, and it's all that we've got. What we find is that when we are training on this track, we don't have the stresses that you get when you're running in Indonesia: cars, bikes, dogs, potholes, all that stuff. So being on the track, even though it's dirt, we are able to control it a lot more, and we can get a lot better quality.
And 2 times 400 at pace 2:5:9.
A big focus had been running a lot of reps at close to mile pace, and I think right now if I was to run a mile, it would be around 250 to 253 per kilometre. These aren't speeds that I generally touch too often when I'm training for the marathon, so having them into my training a lot over the last 6 weeks, I think has led to a big increase in the ceiling of my speed, which should hopefully get me a faster marathon later in the year. I love speed training. When I was younger, I used to do 400s, and that was my distance, as well as a 100 metre. So that speed is in there. I just have to activate it and not let myself lose it.
90 seconds rest is really nice. This was on a 1 minute cycle, probably no good today, but 90 seconds is good. Next one. It's very hot. Yummy. Oh man. One more. Whew. That's good.
I feel like this session was a success. I didn't train the house down, but I ticked it off. I hit the paces I wanted to hit. I felt like I was moving well, and I felt and feel as confident as I'll ever be going into a half marathon later in the week.
Wee. 10 by 400. Done. I think it's a 2 minute rest now. The last one got me. Reps 1 to 6 were 70 seconds or 71 seconds. 7, 8 was 68 seconds. 9, 70 seconds. Rep 10, 68 seconds. It's good. I jarred my leg yesterday playing cricket. I can feel like a bit of a power imbalance from my left to my right leg today. So pretty happy to do those 400s at that. That means every rep was under 3 minute pace, and some well under, which is really good. So session's done. It felt pretty good. Like probably a year ago, I couldn't do 10 by 400 at sub 3 pace on a 90 seconds rest. I could do it with a 2 minute rest, but definitely not with 90 seconds, which is good. And just getting more comfortable at those speeds under 3 minutes per kilometer. Before, I would just have so much lactate build up after maybe 4 to 6 reps. So being able to do 10 and not get that feeling of lactate through all my body is a good sign of fitness. Whoa, that's a funny looking barley. It's beautiful. So we're already in Melbourne. What day is it? It's Thursday. So we arrived here on Tuesday morning. Just been for a few easy runs. Sometimes when you do those overnight flights, it can be a bit exhausting on the body, because we fly at 9 p.m. It's 5 hours, land in Melbourne like 4:30 in the morning. So just ran easy on Tuesday, and then what did I do yesterday? Just did another hour easy yesterday. So Thursday morning, it's like mid-morning, about 10 a.m. It's actually quite warm. You can see the sun up there. Just done my warm-up. Now I'm going to do a few strides and then 4K at half marathon effort, and then a 4 minute rest into 4 by 400. So just a little bit of volume at half marathon effort. I'm in Super Blast 3, and then just do 4 by 400 a little bit quicker. So just turn the legs over. It's pretty beautiful, huh? I mean, Might not be the fastest route, but it's definitely a really good one to run on. I mean, look at this. We'll do stride number 2. I'll film this one. Oh, it's short. There's my 3 strides done. Down the grass. It's so pretty. Would like to get a drink, but I don't know where all the water fountains are. So I'm going to go into 4K, ideally at half marathon effort. That's the 4K done. I wouldn't say it was exactly easy. Easy enough. 3K headwind, 1K no headwind. Like 333 to 335, no headwind, and with the headwind like 335, 340. Just don't want to fully cook myself for the sake of it. Last 400 rep. Down breeze this time. Whew. Done. Oh, last 400. A little bit faster. Whew. Good little session that. I thought my asthma's a bit tight. My lungs have been really good. I feel like a little bit tight. That was 4K. Pretty good. Probably a bit harder than I would hope. And the pace wasn't really that fast, but my body's still tired, so it should be feeling heaps better by the time Thursday comes around. And then we got 4x400. I ran them pretty quick. I don't actually know. I think they were high 70s, low 80s, maybe 78, 80 seconds per rep. Just trying to run whatever felt right. I didn't really look at my watch so much. I'm hoping to run 73, 74, but I mean, realistically, I don't know. The workouts would indicate that that's possible. I've done a couple of big workouts and I'm running it a few seconds slower than that in Indonesian weather, so it would indicate that I can do it. I mean, I ran the first half of Chicago Marathon at 1 hour 16. So if I'm running 1:16 in a marathon that I then went on to run 2:41, pretty big blow up, but I should realistically be able to knock off a few minutes off that. Like, I'm so much fitter now than I was in October when I ran Chicago. So I don't know. It's exciting because I don't get to do this very often. I never have traveled in peak fitness to do a half. So it's just cool. Hopefully I can run really well, and then that's going to springboard me into Gold Coast Marathon in July, which is 10 weeks away from this weekend. You must be sleep prepping.
No need to wake up this early for a race.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, fucking race don't start till 8 and 6. We've been up for an hour and I'm ready to go.
Just having a little rest.
Hey?
Just having a rest.
Just contemplating life. Trying to figure out what points to quit at.
Don't quit.
Huh?
Don't quit, we support you. What are you doing?
I need to protect the nipples.
Whoa! On the way to the start. Someone might be nervous.
See the wind?
There's a bit of wind, but the weather actually is pretty solid. I've got some arm sleeves on underneath here. Could be a really good day today. What do you reckon? Woo! Liam's decided to put headphones in. Psyching himself up. He doesn't know, but he's in an internal race. In the back seat of the car. The winner doesn't have to pay for dinner. And the loser has to give a foot massage. What are you thinking today?
I'm excited to race.
How does that work? I paid for the last
We've been to the toilet twice, so that's very positive signs. Good warm up, couple of Ks, some threshold minutes, and then hopefully find some fast groups to join in and just see how it feels. But yeah, we're going to run PBs for sure.
Are you going to be checking your heart rate?
I'll maybe check it at like 15 or so.
Okay, fair enough.
Nah, probably not, to be fair.
Look at the sunrise. Woo. The game plan today is find a group that's
from the wind.
running about the right pace, and then just relax. There's probably 2 or 3 sections that has some pretty big headwind, so being in the back of that group, that time will be nice, and then hopefully at 15Ks we're relatively energetic and we can finish quite well. The last 2Ks sort of downhill, so it's sort of not a free 2 kilometers, but it's a pretty useful slingshot into the finish line.
Predictions or what?
Well, I don't think we need to do predictions, but yeah, Nick needs to go to the toilet.
Predictions, okay.
But I think if I am going to bet, Liam's going to run 16 low. So he's going to be on the verge of breaking 76 minutes. I'm gonna throw a number out there at 1:16:23.
Okay.
Nick, I'm gonna go 2.5 hours.
I'm going for
2:34.
It's 2:34. I'll go 2:30:27. And what do you reckon?
For Jack?
Wow, you're gonna have to.
For Jack, I think 74:40.
We'll take that. Be interesting. Couldn't ask for better weather.
Well, you won't say that once when you're running into the headwind.
Nah, I'll take it. Yeah, we've been training in probably the worst weather you could ever imagine for the last 3 months. Although Liam's just been running on the treadmill, so he wouldn't know. But
64.
not bringing the phone this morning. I'm going to put it in a drop bag in a minute. And I'll see you on the other side.
Post-race. Big PB today.
Yeah, it's Ballarat Half, 1 hour, 14, 28 seconds, I think, unofficial. Put the official time up here. First time I ran a fast half in the cold, so I'm pretty stoked with that. I had a goal to run 73 or 74 minutes, so to run a pretty even split for 1 hour, 14, 28 is just exactly what I was hoping to do. I felt really hard from the beginning to the middle. It felt uncomfortable. But I didn't look at my watch. I didn't look at my splits. I was running with the clock the whole time. I was in a big group, protected from the wind, and it just continued on. At around 12 or 13K, we sped up from the big group and just finished as strong as we could. It's probably the best executed race that I've run in the last few years, from start to finish, to not only run well but to finish strong. I've had some marathons that haven't finished exactly how I planned in the last year, so just to run a good race has been really exciting, and I'm really happy that I've actually put a good time on the board, and I feel like I can run a lot faster than this, so hopefully over the next 12 months we can just build on this. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm going to football later today. I'm really proud that I was able to run a time like this that I would have dreamed would never have been possible, like to run 3:30, 3:31 for half marathon is something I never thought I'd be able to do. So being consistent and training really well for the last not only 6 months but for quite a considerable period of time seems to be paying off, and hopefully over the next month, 2 months, 6 months, we can just keep going up.
But it's a small stepping stone on the way to Berlin, really, in September, and that's going to be the biggest goal moving forward of the marathon, is the marathon, and in the next 12 months trying to run fast.
Yeah, so
2:30 marathon.
I just needed a good half time to qualify for the times I want to run in the marathon. So I think if I'm running 74 minutes and a half, that gives me the confidence that I can run that 2:35, which I've been trying to chase. And we're still 10 weeks away from Gold Coast Marathon. So we're not even into the marathon block and I'm already in this fitness. So hopefully over the next 10 weeks, again, racing today is always the best way to do it. I didn't look at my watch. I didn't look at my splits. I wasn't obsessed on heart rate or numbers. I had the clock on. I was in a group and I just ran to how I felt. And the result is big PB.